this is the way to go. So that's where I get trapped every time. I'm avoiding these arguments now
Right.
because I understand they're pointless, which leads me to your homework assignment you gave. And I honestly came to the conclusion that there is no such thing as a good conversation.
So let's do this. So with politics, and I'm not promoting anyone, you can't understand why somebody would vote for Trump or Camilla, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I can't believe how can that person vote for that
Some
person,
things
right?
just seem too obvious to me.
And then what does that do to you when you hear that somebody voted for someone else?
Well, that's the twist, right? Because that's my last hurdle is that I don't want to argue with anybody anymore, especially about something that ridiculous.
What does it do to you when you hear that they're voting for the person you support?
I'm going to be honest, I get mad.
And why?
Well, it's not a real reason now, I understand this, but it's because the effects of the policies from, let's just not explain which party, but are so obvious. I'm watching the decline of this country. I'm watching the future of my children going away.
What gives you the right to get angry at anyone for voting for however they want to vote?
Nothing.
What gives you the right? You're worse than they are because
right,
you're judging
you're right.
them.
That I'm coming to that conclusion actually.
So why don't you let that thought pass?
I'm almost there.
So when you hear that they voted for the person you're not supporting,
right.
Why not just let that thought pass? They have a right to vote for whomever they want.
Oh, I definitely believe that, and I've always believed that. It's not so much that. It's like the stupid arguments that can start over a topic, right? So you're with your friends at work, people you've even known for a long time, and they'll bring up something that's just, in your opinion,
but
wrong.
It doesn't mean you got to argue back. Why do you argue with them?
Because I'm an idiot. I said that last time.
You're an idiot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're the idiot.
Yep. That's the only reason I came up with so far.
Yeah.
Now, 9 times, let's just say 8 times out of 10, I can avoid it. I need to get those extra 2.
Why don't you practice staying present right here instead of locked in your head, thinking about the past or the future, and that way you can never get angry.
Well, because some of the future is a practical thought.
And where's the future?
Well, you have to think ahead for a lot of things.
Like, where's the future? You mumbling.
Well, because I just walked into a trap here and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it. I mean, look, you make investments, for example.
Right.
You're planning for the future. You save.
How can you plan for where is the future?
I see what you're saying.
No, that's a question.
No, but I don't have an answer for you.
So how can you plan for something that doesn't exist?
I knew we were going there, too. I can't.
But you're not answering the question.
Well, I mean,
there is no future. There is no past.
That's not going to stop you.
So how can you plan for the future?
That's not going to stop you from making practical decisions.
Right,
for the
absolutely.
future.
And the practical decisions for you to function right now.
This part.
Let's say you want to make an investment.
Okay.
And you're going to make a money investment or something. You put the money there, but you wait to see what happens now. You don't worry about how it's going to work, what you're going to get from it, or anything. You just live right now with it.
Right. So, I agree with all this. It's just, for some reason, I'm having a harder time just flipping a switch, going from arguing with people over stupid little things like I've done my entire life.
Right.
I'll argue politics with anybody. I'll argue on the street corner with somebody. I used to. Now I'm slowly not doing that at all. But it's not quite.
Do you want to stop arguing, period?
Yes.
There is never a reason to argue. Never.
Couldn't agree more.
Never a reason to argue about anything with anyone about anything.
It's almost just a habit now.
You're not paying attention to the imagination. You're unconscious.
Right.
You need to stay conscious rather than lost in your head thinking about what's going to happen, what has happened, what will happen. Or if they vote for this person, then my kids are going to suffer, my grandchildren are going to suffer.
Right.
Because that's not true. God is with you. No one suffers. Only the people who are of evil suffer. The children of God never suffers. No matter what happens in the world, because it's happening in the world, but it's not happening in you. You are your world. And the Father will take care of you.